Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me? Good morning. Fine. So thanks for joining one more demo session. And in this session, what I'm going to discuss is like as a part of Power BI, right? There is a certification too. Okay, PL-300 we are going to call like Microsoft Power BI Data Analyst. So if you are observing the topic wise, there is some weightage like at each and every level, there is some weightages. So it has been segregated into four regions or also four areas. So prepare the data. So which is waiting around like the questionnaires, we are going to get it in the form of 15 to 20%. So preparation of the data is nothing but where you are going to perform the data cleanup activities. So how we are going to extract the data. So what type of a source system it is, and also we will get the data transformations, how we are going to, they will give the scenario, the examination part, they will give a scenario case study. So with the same case study, right, they will ask you the multiple questions like how, if suppose if I give a data in the form of unstructured format, what are the steps that you are going to prepare and how we are going to get the data in a structured way. Okay, this type of a questionnaire is we are going to get it at the preparation of the data. So that is weighing around 15 to 20%. So the overall, if you want to crack this examination PL-300, 700 marks we have to get out of 1000. Okay, 700 we have to achieve. If it is below that, we are getting, I mean, it's a failure only. Okay, 699 also it's a failure. We have to get 700 marks on these four categories. Preparation of the data, 15 to 20%. They will provide the different data sets and we have to perform the data transformation activities as well as we have to perform the data cleanup activities. And the another category is modeling the data. So in modeling the data, 30 to maximum what is, so as a the multiple tables. So how we are going to build the relationship. So on that particular topic, we will get that 30 to 35%. So what type of a relationship that we are going to choose, that is very, very important. Primary, foreign keys, the basic data warehouse concepts are very important. Along with that, there is some kind of a data flow options too. So what is the difference between single flow and the double direction flow or else both direction? So what it is and how we are going to represent. So we are going to get maximum question on this modeling the data and visualizing and analyzing the data. That is nothing but on the visualizations part, what type of a charts that we are going to choose. Okay, how we are going to analyze it. Suppose if they are providing the data in some format. Okay, so that is 25 to 30% of weightage. Visualizing, choosing the chart types as well as how the end user they're going to analyze it. Okay, deploy and maintain that. So that is nothing but, so as discussed, right, Power BI is having two different environments. Power BI desktop is a static, Power BI services is a cloud-based environment. And the deployment part, we are going to get 20 to 25% of questionnaires. That is in the services part. So maximum score, if you're planning for the certification, first three levels, three layers are also categories. Prepare the data modeling and visualizing. That is more than enough to crack the exam. Minimal questions, we are going to get it at deploy and maintain the assets. That is from the Power BI services. And there is no negative marking. Okay, we don't have any negative marking there. And the questionnaire is we are going to get it like around 40 to 70. So within that range, 40 to 70 range, we are going to get 80 minutes is the time interval. Okay. So I just came up and preparing this information. Hope it is clear to you. And what is the certification cost? So the certification card, it is complete separate package from the Microsoft. We have to enroll on our own. We have to enroll it by navigating to the Microsoft website. And the cost, they're charging around 4,800 rupees INR. Okay. Maybe if your companies or as maybe you're already working in some organization, is close partners, 100% discount. There is for all the organizations. If you're already working in some organization, right? Microsoft certification, if you want to write in the sense, there is a 100% discount, but this time they're providing 50% discount. Okay. So how many attempts we can try to, are there? Maybe if I failed in the first attempt, there is no limitation. So maybe if you write today the exam, right? I can enroll it for the next day itself. Okay, next exam. Okay, if I failed today and tomorrow again, if I am a confident, then I can enroll for the tomorrow's exam. Okay, there are two approaches. One is PSN wise, we can enroll it and write the exam in home itself. And the another one is we have to go to the examination center, PSM certified examination center, and there you have to attend the exam. Okay, two ways. One is inside in your home itself, we can enroll it and we can try to write the exam. Another way is we have to go to this examination center and write the exam. Okay. And maybe within a month, okay, multiple times if you failed in the sense, we have to wait for 15 to 20 days. Maybe today I have failed. Tomorrow I'm confident and I'm going to register for one more time. Each and every time we have to pay the amount. Okay. Today I have enrolled it, I failed. Evening I have enrolled it, I failed. Next day I'm very confident, but again I failed by mistake, errors, whatever. Once continuously if we failed in the sense, we have to wait for 15 days. Okay, two times. They will try to prevent the chance. If you fail twice in a month, we have to wait for some grace time is there. So we have to wait and attempt for the next try. Okay. Voice is breaking still. Can you hear me? Everyone, can you hear? One second. It's breaking. Now, am I audible? Hope it is clear. Clear, right? Fine. So here I'm discussing about this certification part. Once this course has been get completed, what is the next part? So you have to focus on the certification, which has been organized by the Microsoft. Okay. So please try to plan for the certification once the course has been get completed from my end. Okay. As a part of an MCT, I can guide you where we are going to get the maximum questions. So here the weightage, preparation of the data, modeling the data, visualizing, and deployment is nothing but Power BI services level. and maintaining the assets in the data services part, 20 to 25%. Those are the percentages, okay, 15 to 20, 30 to 35. Those are the weightage of the question set, each and every category. Okay, so maximum questionnaires, we are going to get it from the Power BI desktop level. So prepare, model, visualizing. These activities, we are going to do it at Power BI desktop level only. Okay, deploy and maintain the assets. These questionnaires, we are going to get it at, like a services part, Power BI services, which I have showcased to you. Okay, 20 to 25%. And the attempts pass, which I discussed. So there is no limitation. In a month, we can try to attempt twice. If you failed twice, third attempt should be something like there should be some period. Okay, 15 days or else some period is there. So we have to wait for 15 days for third time enrollment, okay, for the exam. If you failed twice in a month, okay, hopefully we will not fail, but to register for this examination. So we have to navigate to the Microsoft website, and from there we are going to register for this examination. Okay. If your organization is having, maybe if you're already working in some organization, and if the organization is having some tie-ups with Microsoft, there is some discounts too, like a 50% discount is there. So 4,800 is the total cost, the 50% discount will be available. If you haven't working anywhere, we have to pay the amount to the Microsoft, 4,800 for each and every enrollments. Okay. I will not share now. Okay. I will not share the sample papers right now. It's a demo session which I'm going to give the how the exam pattern should be. Okay. Once you registered, or else maybe once you enroll for this course, I can guide you accordingly. Fine. Coming to this program, so the program has been segregated in two different phases. Okay. Once you registered for this training, program has been segregated as a two phases, phase one and the phase two. Phase one is completely a person who is not aware about the Power BI. He can try to get some knowledge, what it is and how it will work. Okay, that's that type of a discussions we are going to carry on. Phase one part is very basic. Phase one is very basic to the little advanced, okay, intermediate part. If you're observing what I'm going to cover, so if you're observing here the course beginner, we are going to discuss about the architecture and how we are going to install it. So material, documents, and practice data sets, I'm going to share it with you. So first part is we are going to extract the report development part. We are going to extract the MS Access data source system. So we are going to extract the data from MX Access, okay, Microsoft Access database. And there we are going to prepare the report. Okay, building your first report. It's very basic. We are not going to work on data modeling, or else we are not going to work on the data transformations part. We'll start with very basic reporting. Okay, and then we will try to understand, slowly navigating to the data queries, Power Query editors, and as well as how we are going to create the relationships between one table to the another table. Okay, and then there are some designing styles. So what type of styles we are going to choose? Okay, how we are going to implement the conditional formatting and dynamic titlings and all on the top of the visual. Okay, report designing basics we are going to learn in phase one. So you have observed, right? Each and every visual has some interaction. So if you select some visualization, it should be get interacted with another. Correct. How the edit interactions, how the interactions are getting happen on visual to one visual to the another visual, we are going to discuss on report design basic. There are some backgrounds like a portfolio design. So how we are going to add the themes and the galleries from the backend part, background designing part, we will discuss as a part of the report design. And then slowly we will navigate to the introduction of the tags. Slowly we will try to understand there is a functionality business logic implementation part. we need to learn DAX activities to data analysis expression. So there are some objects like calculated column measures, some advanced measures, so which we are going to discuss in detail with some, definitely there is some scenarios which I mentioned in the focus on the best practices or case studies by using DAX language. So here I'm going to give the data set. First, I will work on the data set and I will share you the PPX file with you. And the next day, as a part of a learning, right, learning curve, I will share you the data set as well as the PPX file for your reference so that you can prepare it. Okay, the activities. So that is the focus on the best practices on DAX language. So publishing into the services, which we already discussed. So creating the account. Suppose if you haven't working anywhere, how we are going to create the Power BI Cloud account. Okay, I will help you on that. Okay, so how we are going to publish this report onto the services. So what type of a ways to share the report to the business user. So there are some ways to share the report to the customer. How many ways are there and what are the types? Okay, we will discuss it accordingly. Fine. This is about the phase one. Course is not get completed. This is just a phase one. Navigating to the course two. Phase two course. Here we are going to discuss from intermediate to the pro level. Power BI Pro. That means you can prepare the report building on your own. Okay, Pro. Here we will try to learn about how we are going to create a custom tables, date table in Power BI, and what type of KPIs that we are going to project on the front end part, how the navigation should be between one page to the another page, and the drill through functionality. So example, I'm at the year level. Okay, some of the KPI I'm showcasing at the year level. But my end user, he want to see the day-wise level, day to day, what is the sales value. So how the value should be navigated, or else how we are going to drill down the data to the lowest level of area, like a day level information wise. So we will try to observe, we will build that functionality in Power BI Pro, advanced one. So what if analysis, it's an advanced functionality. So we will discuss thoroughly about what if functionality with some business scenarios as well. So in Power BI, we have some extraction types of extractions like import method, direct query, and live connections. I will show you the process. So how it will work. So what are the difference between the data extraction level, import method, direct query, and the live connection. So example, I will just try to show you quickly. See here. What is this live connection, direct? What are the types of connections that we have? Okay. Please observe. I'm just trying to pull some tables, okay? Maybe some accounts table, date table. Load it. It's appearing as an import query method, direct query method. You're observing, right? There are some connection types. Import method, direct query method. So what it is, whenever if you're trying to connect to the source systems like SQL Server, like an on-premises source systems like a database like SQL Server, or else maybe if you're connecting to the Oracle database or PostgreSQL, these are all the database systems. Okay. If you're connecting some databases, we will get a connection type we have to choose. Either it is an import method, direct query. So what it is, so what type of functionality we can try to choose. In real time, we will discuss that part, which is very, very important on interview questions part. Okay, we will discuss thoroughly about it. Okay, live connection method is also available. So how we are going to extract the data from the live data source system, we will showcase that part. Next, if you're observing here, intermediate course content along with the above content, we are going to discuss here little bit advanced. Okay, so as I said, right, import method versus direct query method storages, and how we are going to create a separate date table by using the blank query. We have to create it, okay? And then duplicating versus referencing in the query editor. So what is the duplication of the data? How we are going to refer the existing table from the references. And coming to the data model, which we are going to specifically concentration. So basic data warehouse functionalities are required. So I'm going to give you that session as well, one session. So how we are going to identify the fact tables and dimension tables. Maybe if you are not aware about what is a fact and what is a dimension, we are going to discuss that part also. And types of facts. So different types of facts applications are there. So how we are going to identify. So what are the tricks to get it identified if you are extracting multiple tables into your Power BI desktop application? Okay. Along with that, some advanced concepts like user relationship functionality, inactive relationship, how it will work. Okay. And then types of visual. So what type of visual we are going to choose. So KPI cards, what it is, how it looks like. So where we can try to find out the KPI cards, key performance indicators card, KPI. And the difference between the bar chart and the line chart, maybe if your already basic awareness is there. So whether we choose the bar chart or else the line chart, so how it will be the different from one to another, because in the interviews part, we will get this type of a questionnaires. So we'll discuss with the scenario. Okay. On the table chart is there matrix visuals. So how we are going to choose the different type of a charts. What is the difference between table and the matrix? It is almost similar, but what is the difference between the table and the matrix we are going to discuss. Along with that, some advanced visualization. So basically, these are the visuals it is supporting. See here. Please observe. Basically, these are the 30 plus visuals that are available here, 30 plus. Maybe if you are interested as per the requirement, if you want to build some custom visuals, how we are going to import it. So where we are going to extract it. There is an option name called get more visuals. So from here we are going to import. So from the customized, okay, custom visuals also, which visual are very important. So in regular case studies, what are the visuals that we can try to choose? We will discuss it here. Okay. More than 200 plus visuals are available, customized visuals. So what are the regular, the customized also, what are the regular and used visuals and our, real-time analysis, we will discuss it here. Okay. And then expression-based formatting. So what it is and how it looks like. Maybe I will just come up with some more examples on that. So customized, how we are going to implement the dynamic title. Maybe I have chosen a title with a static name. How we can try to transform the title in a dynamic manner as per the selection. So that particular advanced concept we are going to discuss. And as I mentioned that Power BI key functionalities which are important on the desktop part, drill through how the hierarchical are to be implemented and what if parameter analysis with one simple case studies we are going to discuss. Yeah. Okay. And then navigating to the advanced functions. So how we are going to integrate with our report with MS Teams, Microsoft Teams. Maybe my end user, he want to see, we are in a discussion, he want to see the report via MS Teams, not from the Power BI services. How we are going to add that feature, okay, from the Power BI. So it's an app, right? Power BI is an app. So how we are going to integrate with an app, we will discuss it here. We'll just try to open it. So whenever there is some meetings, instead of navigating to the Power BI cloud or else a web, we can discuss it, okay, in Microsoft Teams itself. So how we are going to integrate the reports and all, we will discuss it from here. Okay, yesterday we discussed this part, right? We can see the report also, data set as well from this. Still it is running, okay? Yesterday this part we discussed as a part of the demo. Instead of navigating to the Power BI cloud and observing the analysis, we can try to showcase the report analysis from here, from Microsoft Teams. Along with that, some advanced concepts like a data flow creation and I'm going to provide the documentation for that. And then deployment pipeline. The last concept is deployment pipeline. So there should be some software life, I mean SDLC, software development life cycle. So how we are going to develop the report. After that, where we will try to provide, or else where we are going to move it to the testing environment, and then how we are going to deploy the report under the production to the larger audience. Okay, so we'll try to understand the deployment pipeline from one level to the third level, that is the production environment, where we are going to share the report to the larger audience. Okay, so this is about the codes part, and if you have any queries or else any concerns, please let me know. And how many projects we are going to discuss? These are the common questions. Let me show you that part as well. See here, from this codes, you're going to receive the query editor best practices. If you're observing here, best practices on this query editor part. So what type of a transformations that we have, how we are going to choose it. Okay, with the data set along with this Power BI file. I will teach you, and then you can just try to do as a hands-on. Okay, and the next day I'm expecting from your end as a part of hands-on. And the best practice is the DAX. So with some business logic and how we are going to build the data model. With basic to the advanced scenarios, we are going to discuss the DAX part also, data analysis expression. And then two different projects. We will work on the manufacturing, which is an Access DB dataset, and the sales report development by connecting to the SQL server. Okay, SQL server is our source system. Maybe if you haven't installed the SQL server on your machines, I will guide you how to install this SQL server, because I have to provide the data sets with you. Okay, and it's completely hands-on. Along with that, to measure, there are some small report development too, like a call center report, customer risk analysis, and maybe if time permits, I can give you the credit defaulters and one more claims report development too. Okay, so 4 to 5 small projects are there, small report buildings are there. We are going to discuss that part as well. Okay, so from my end, you're going to receive the dataset, practice files, and the presentation. If there is any important question, if I'm stretching some important things, just try to note down at your end. Okay, you're going to receive the interview questions too, along with the Power BI guide, tips and tricks. Okay, fine. So how we are going to share it, how we are going to get the material, that should be the next question. So on the daily basis, once the session over, I can provide it, I can give an access to you. So just maybe example, this is my previous. I can provide an access to this, okay, to your email ID, so that you can please download these materials or else the documents from my end. Okay, like this. So daily basis, you can receive the documentations along with the PBX file and working data set, so that you can please download these materials. Okay, fine. This is the part I just want to convey the same to you. So if you have any questions or else any queries, please let me know. SQL is included where I'm going to give you the documentation. Okay, how to create a report. Shivani, I hope you receive the demo videos, or else maybe you can just try to type the Google and the YouTube. You can see my demo videos there, because I'm the public speaker where I can try to provide an each and every individual sessions too. Okay. That's what, right, Sadhana? That's what I said. What type of a source systems it is and how we are going to choose the visuals. So initially you will get confused, but as a part of the learning curve, we will discuss what type of visuals we are going to choose. Okay, fine. Let me take few queries. Basic SQL knowledge is fine, but not a full knowledge. Basic SQL knowledge is fine. On the interview part, whatever it is required, I'm going to share you the SQL documentation for your quick learning. Okay, that much is helpful to you. And how we are going to get the responses. So see here, whenever if I'm sharing the documents or else whatever, the participants, right, they can try to prepare it on daily basis. So they can share me the data set, I mean, or the output of the PBX file in the form of a snapshot. So example, I'll just try to convey one of the student. Let me show you. Another student. So daily basis is practicing, okay? It should be reflected in this way. He's sharing this PBX files so that I will refer it and I can just try to respond accordingly. Whether there is any change or else any suggestions, I'll just try to share it accordingly. Okay. So until the course completion, right, whatever the documents or else assignments I'm providing to you, please practice. Okay. And if you have any queries or else any suggestions on that, on the next session, you can try to ask me. Maybe that 8:32 up to maybe 8:45, I have like a query session. You can ask me at the time. Got it? So the final goal should be something like you have to get in some reputed organizations, you have to get a job on this. Maybe if you are moving from one technology to the another technology, it should be something like the course should be helpful to you. Okay. Fine. Now I'm ready to take your queries. Yes, please. First query.
Hi, Rajendra. Good morning.
Good morning, Sagar.
Sir, just you have mentioned the visualization part when you are explaining one lesson wise, all the models. There will be advanced visual. What kind of advanced visual? Because the visual that we have there in a different pane. Apart from that, what do you mean by advanced visual?
Advanced visuals in the sense there should be third-party developers. So by default, there is some
custom visual, you mean?
correct. By default, you can see something like 30 plus visuals in Power BI desktop, which is we no need to import it, we no need to extract it from somewhere. Suppose maybe if you want to see the different color wise or else a different methodology wise the same visual, we can try to import some third-party visual that is not developed by Microsoft. Some third-party vendors. So if you are very good knowledge on D3JS or node programmings, we can develop on our own. And those visuals, the community members will be get certified, Microsoft community members. If it is certified based on the performance, these things we have to observe. Okay, how the performance is if I use the custom visual. So if they are certified in the sense, it will be get enrolled in the custom visual document.
Okay. And sir, in the license that we need, still it is the same, sir, for pro user, around $10, or it has been changed?
Something like plain background. So which is going to impact the performance, these things. Okay. They have developed, but whether if you're trying to use those visualizations, it will impact our report building too. So that is the certified difference between custom and normal visuals. Okay.
One more question, sir. in a license part,
Tell me.
because yesterday I had one discussion with one of my friend. He said, I said no, that pro license, because I got to know this pro license cost around $10, 9 point something.
Pro
right?
is the basic license, okay?
Yeah,
$10. Yes,
$10,
yes,
right, sir?
yeah.
But you are saying that it has been changed. Is it right, sir?
Yes, yes.
Or still it is 10?
9.99. It's 10
Okay.
only. 9 pro license is 9.99. Okay. If you are using the premium per user, single user, maybe if your data set size is very high and it is which is not going to accommodate, then the premium per user license is there. That is around $20 per month per user. And some advanced licenses are there, like a premium license as per the capacity that we are going to use. So there are some segregation, just like in Netflix. Maybe if you want to use for one laptop, there is some charges. 2 laptops or else one TV, you will get some different charges, right? If you are using the Netflix or else say some subscriptions, OTTs. So like that only the charges from the Microsoft pre-pro license.
Sir, one last question. Okay. One last question, because I was creating one table yesterday, right? Because generally I use, because calendar auto or calendar, both I
Auto
use to
calendar.
create.
Correct.
Yeah, but what he said, no, this is the not right way, because this is the not right way to create.
Basically,
create the table, he said.
Don't use the calendar auto. Calendar
Okay.
auto will give you the calendar table. Okay, date table, you'll get it.
Right.
But the difference is why calendar auto is not suggestible is it has to scan. Maybe example, you have imported 4 to 5 different tables. Each and every table you have the date field, like a start date is there, end date is there, modified date is there. So calendar auto, what it will do in the sense, it will scan each and every date. It will try to pick the lowest date to the highest date. The backend functionality I'm saying. So which is going to impact your performance of your report. It has to scan right. So that's why the people will not suggest calendar auto. Otherwise, you can choose your calendar function. There is one more function, calendar.
Yeah, okay? That is the best way to create calendar, right, sir?
Best way to create it. Yes.
And it is calendar will create a table dynamically or a static table?
Dynamical
Dynamic table.
My suggestion is, instead of creating the calendar at the DAX part, you can create in the query editor. That is my suggestion. Best practice.
Okay. Thank you.
You can create that calendar at query editor too. Okay.
Fine. No problem. Well explained. Thanks a lot. I got it.
Yeah. What are the other databases? What are the all other data sources to generate? All other databases, every database, it will be get generated the visualization. It is not with one single database or else some database. Whatever the source system you are getting connected, the final goal should be you have to visualize it. I hope I have answered to you, Jyoti. So whatever the visual data source you are connecting, right? The final goal should be you have to visualize it. You have to report it in the form of some charts, graphs. Okay. Fine. 1 second. Let me open. Tell me, Bhima Reddy. You can speak.
Sir, good morning, sir.
Good morning. Tell me.
Sir, I'm English communication poor, sir, but
Okay, Telugulo మాట్లాడండి ప్లీజ్.
సార్ అది మీరు డెస్క్టాప్ వెర్షన్ పవర్ బి ఇచ్చారు కదా సార్?
అవునండి.
ఇది పర్సనల్ మెయిల్ అయితే లాగిన్ కాదని చెప్పారు కదా?
అవునవును, పర్సనల్ మెయిల్ ఐడి కాదు. We have to enroll it for the Microsoft. That one we will get generated once our sessions will be get started, and it is valid for 60 days, 60 to 90 days trial period. Okay.
After course,
once it is completed, once after 90 days, right, you have to generate one more email ID, working email ID. Okay.
Desktop version validity 90 days తర్వాత కంప్లీట్ అయిందా?
90 days తర్వాత again you have to create one more. Desktop is free, that's what I said, right? If you want to see the functionalities, మీరు ఒకసారి functionalities of services చూడాలంటే మీరు దీనికి ఎన్రోల్ చేసుకోవాలి. ఏంటి దీనికి? యూజర్ ఐడికి. Personal mail IDs which will not work out. We have to use official or working mail IDs. That working email IDs, I will showcase you how to create it.
Okay.
And it will be valid for 90 days time period.
Okay. అదే నిన్న కాల్ చేశారు సార్ టెక్, అదే
మీకు అర్థమవుతుంది కదండి?
అర్థమైతుంది. అయితే
ఓకే.
వాళ్ళు ప్రెజెంట్‌లీ ఓన్లీ ఆన్‌లైన్ అని చెప్పారు సార్. కోర్స్ ఆఫ్‌లైన్ లేదని చెప్పారు కదా!
అవునవును. నాకు కాస్త డిస్టెన్స్ వల్ల నేను ఆన్లైన్ చెప్తామని చెప్పాను. ఎస్. మీకేమన్నా కావాలంటే చెప్పండి. ఇఫ్ యూ నీడ్ సంథింగ్ ఐఎమ్ రెడీ టు రిపీట్ ఇట్ మల్టిపుల్ టైమ్స్. నో ప్రాబ్లమ్. ఓకే.
ఓకే. ఓకే. ఓకే. అంటే ఇప్పుడు లాగిన్ కావడానికి తర్వాత చెప్తారా సార్? ఇప్పుడు అది ఎట్లా
I
లాగిన్
will
అవ్వాలి?
discuss in later. Once our course will be get started, I will discuss in the later part. Yeah.
ఇంకా వన్ మోర్ డౌట్ సార్. పవర్ బిఐ నేర్చుకోవడానికి
చెప్పండి.
మనకు బేసిక్స్ ఏమన్నా ఎక్సెల్ టచ్ ఉంది సార్ నాకు ఆల్రెడీ.
Prerequisite is, as I read, I mentioned in the course document too. Excel lo, if you have some basic, that is well and good.
ఓకే.
If you don't
ఓకే.
know the basic, I will guide you how to learn that basic
ఓకే.
part too. Okay, that
ఓకే.
type of it.
ఓకే.
Okay,
థాంక్స్. ఓకే. థాంక్స్.
welcome. Fine. Akhil, your query, please.
Yes, hi sir. So
Hmm.
one of my friends, she's also working in the Power BI role, and she
Mhm.
mentioned me like, in the Power BI, like the DAX will gonna play a crucial part because
Very
like
important. Hmm.
yeah, okay. So I just wanna know like how important like is it like really play a crucial role, the DAX part?
Example, correct. Example, you are the business owner for one of the business. Okay. You want to see the sales. Suppose if I'm giving the tabular view, anyway, you are going to have the tabular information, correct? The data you can
Okay.
also get it. As a business owner, you can also see it. Tabular information. But what is the DAX will be doing the backend part is, example, I'm showcasing some trend curve, okay, for one of the
Okay.
sales value for one region. Because you are the
Okay.
business owner who is maintaining your business on multiple locations. I'm showcasing one trend curve from 2015 to 23. But you want to
Okay.
compare that analysis with the previous year. How can you do that? Correct?
Okay.
There
Okay.
the DAX will be placed. So there with the functionality like same period last year or else a parallel period, you can try to observe, okay, this particular month, my graph or else my trend has been get down. What are the ways to make up? Those things will be taken care by the business owner. Okay, I can try to do this activity now, or else maybe I want to do some another interesting discounts, I have to project it. So those type of
Okay.
enhancements are the, they can try to take it by observing our curves or else the trends that we are going to showcase to them. To showcase the previous year trend, that plays an important role by using DAX. Okay, simple
Okay.
example where you can easily understand. Got it?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Like
And I
that,
have
like that, we are going to discuss not only one simple or else one or two functionalities. Whatever we are working on the real-time part, as per my experience on the DAX, I can share you
okay.
with different examples. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. And I have my second question is like I also mentioned in the previous classes like the demo videos. I'm using the MacBook Pro, so I just need that reference document. Like how can
You can,
I?
I didn't receive any email ID so that I can share the how can we add the bridge connector for the Windows, I can share it accordingly. I haven't
Okay.
received the mail ID of yours so that I can share the how we are going to install this in the MacBook, this particular software. Because Power BI Desktop, as it is a development part, it's support for Windows installation only, Windows support. It will
Yeah.
not work for the MacBook. Share your email ID. There is a documentation for that. I can share it accordingly to you. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So should I send an personal
In the
email? I
chat
mean, like
box. Yes, your
in the
personal
chat
mail ID only.
box.
In the chat box, you can provide. I can check the
Okay,
document. I can share
Rajendra
it
Ongor.
accordingly.
Okay. Okay,
Okay.
sir. Yeah.
Fine
Thank
then.
you.
Thanks. Thank you. Any other questions? Yes, tell me, Shivani Gupta. Shivani Gupta, please.
Yeah, hi, sir.
Yes, tell me.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask, like, when is our online classes going to start? I mean, the regular classes.
Maybe next week onwards, we'll get started our regular sessions. Okay, day to day.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay,
this week,
and
completely demos. I
mhm.
mean, where I want to show the functionalities and all. Next week onwards, we'll discuss some thorough concepts.
Okay, and also I couldn't attend the demo classes in the past few days. So, like,
You
when,
can
like,
receive the
how can I
document
get
or
it?
else a mail. You can receive a mail from Naresh IT team. okay, admin team, they can share you the documents with you. I mean, like the last three demo sessions. Okay,
Okay, got it.
fine.
Yeah,
Hope you
thanks.
are easily understanding, or else be complex.
Yeah, I'm like it's good. Like I attended the first class today, so I just got the
Fine.
overview what you're going to talk about. And
Fine.
also like when we are checking for source in database, we use
Mm.
some coding, right? So you will teach
It's
those
programming.
codings
It's
to.
not a programming. It's a simple functions and formulas. Those functions and formulas we will discuss on regular part. Okay, with basic to, I mean, I will start with the very basic. So how we are going to call it, and then it is easy for you to take the reference from the advanced functions too. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And also, today you mentioned in the phase one and phase two before that, like it's
Mm.
useful for data analysts. Like, I didn't get like what courses
It's
that
a
we can
kind of a
take.
role. I mean, we are learning the data, I mean, related to the data, we are
Mm-hmm.
going to enroll for the data analyst. Okay, we are analyzing the data, visualizing to the customers. Okay,
Okay.
there is another role that is data engineering, where they will primarily focus on the data, like cleaning the data by using Python or else a PySpark, Scala programming. Okay, so
Okay.
we will get the data from the data engineering team and we are going to visualize it. We are between, okay, in the middle, and we
Okay.
are going to share those reports to the business owner. Okay,
Okay.
data engineering will not directly communicate to the business owner. We are the one from the data analyst part. We are going to analyze it. Okay, this KPI is very important. I'm going to put that KPI at the top part. Okay, we are the one who are going to design the report or else a dashboard. So we will share these reports to the customers. Okay, hope
Okay.
you understand that part.
Yeah. I got it. Thank you so much.
Okay. One more last question. Tomorrow, maybe if I missed some people raising their hands, but maybe tomorrow we will take one more demo session is that we will discuss at the time. Okay, one more last question. Tejas, tell me Tejas. Tejas, you can speak. Yes, please.
Sir,
I'm not able
so
to hear.
hello.
Yes, please.
Sir, so are you going to give these notes on Power BI?
Exactly, right. That's what I showcased to you, right? Power BI presentation note, you are going to receive it from my end. Okay,
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
daily basis.
Okay, sir.
Thank you. Gaurav, please tell me your query. Gaurav. I will discuss the SQL part and the documentation. How much is there is a limitation, right? So we have to cover the complete Power BI. So there should be some limit. So what is required until that part, I'm going to give you the sessions on SQL. So how we are going to connect to the SQL tables and extract it. How we are going to write the queries in Power BI. That part I'm going to discuss. Last question from Sravan. Yes, tell me, Sravan.
Hi, sir.
Hi, Sravan.
So when we are going to create the dashboards, how to merge two different Excels or data sets in the dashboard to create?
Not in the dashboard. We are not going to merge in the dashboard part. We are going to merge the Excel files in reporting part while developing the report.
Yeah.
Dashboard is something like where you can see all the important metrics in a glance. Okay, in one
Hmm.
single shot, you can see all important metrics. You cannot merge the Excel files in dashboard. You can merge the Excel files or else concatenate the Excel files in reporting part. So what is the difference, first of all, between the report and dashboard? And then we will navigate to the dashboard. Okay,
Okay.
got it right?
Yeah.
Fine.
Thank you.
Fine then. Thanks. How Python is useful in Power BI? It's useful. I will discuss that. Okay. There is, if you are very good on Python coding, maybe you want to visualize it in Power BI. We have to call some C burning or else a C burn or else a matplotlib kind of information, and then we are going to visualize it. Okay. We are going to bring those visualizations, matplotlibs or else a C burn coding. So we are going to write the coding and then we are going to visualize it in the Power BI desktop as well. Okay. So there is already an option in Power BI. So we can call those categories, okay, in Python program categories, and then we can incorporate it and we can call this method cburn or else a matplotlib. Okay. If the end user is asking to showcase some more Python coding wise, you are getting the data sets, we can visualize it by using that coding. Okay. That's what I said, right, Sonia? The project should be something like archival project, which we are going to discuss the manufacturing and sales report development. We'll discuss. Uday Kiran, offline batch is almost, I mean, like if you have any queries, you can post it now here. One second. I just unmuted, you can speak last week. Uday Kiran.
Sir, offline batch start as sir.
Offline batch start అవుద్ది మీకు ఆన్లైన్ అర్థమవుతుందా లేకపోతే ఏమైనా క్వైరీస్ ఉన్నాయా?
Is a first class.
అవునా, ఒకసారి యూ కెన్ గో త్రూ ద డెమోస్. ఓకే, లాస్ట్ 3 days ఐఎమ్ ప్రొవైడింగ్ ద డెమోస్. ఒకసారి మీరు వెళ్ళండి, డాక్యుమెంట్స్ అన్నీ ఉన్నాయి, నరేష్ అయితే వాళ్ళు ఇస్తారు. ఓకే, డెమోస్ ఒకసారి చూడండి. ఇఫ్ యూ కెన్ అండర్స్టాండ్ యూ కెన్ జస్ట్ ఎన్రోల్ ఫర్ ద ఆన్లైన్. ఓకే,
Yeah, okay, sir.
ఫైన్.
Thank you.
Fine. Then no additional course. PL-300 itself is separate programming. I mean, program, right? It's a separate program. Why additional course are required? PL-300. We are moving on to the certification part. Okay. Thanks for joining. Have a nice day. We'll connect tomorrow for one more demo. Okay. If you still have any queries, you can post in tomorrow's session as well. Thank you. Thanks everyone. Bye. One certificate only. Yes, PL-300 is one certification only, Jyoti. If requirements, I will come for clarifying your queries for offline. You no need to worry. Okay, I will come to office and I can give the offline sessions to no problem. Okay, if you have any queries, but my preference is online, but I'm just trying to understand. Thank you.